everybody, and welcome to another episode of A Movie Couple Live, and happy Wednesday!
Hey, everybody, how's it going?
We are The Movie Couple. I'm Wendy.
I'm Dustin.
And you guys, welcome to our live stream. I'm just gonna fix our framing real quick because it is wacky. There, so much better. Sorry for the wet hair. I had a situation where I had to clean my hair out. But you guys, hi, happy Wednesday. Let us know. By the way, hello to everybody who is in the chat, everybody who is watching after the live stream, and any new comers, welcome and hello. Make sure you guys thumbs up this video for more videos like this. Make sure you're subscribed to us just right here. Okay, so you guys, everybody who's watching live, let me know if the stream like the picture seems to be a little bit better than what it usually is. It has never been top notch. It's just like good enough. But apparently StreamYard has like upgraded their 720 high def picture. So let us know if it looks a little bit more
crisp,
than before. Let me know. All right, you guys. So not a lot of topics today because I mean there's a few that came in, but let's see. Oh, I don't even have my banner up. All right, we're just gonna not do banners today then. That's okay. So obviously you guys have heard about the news about Mulan. There is also a new trailer. I wonder if Noah is in here because I know Noah in the chat and one of the movie bunch is a big fan of Phineas and Ferb, and the new trailer just came out for the movie. So I feel like I hope Noah is here. We didn't watch it yet because I feel like we are going to do a reaction to it, even though we haven't really like followed the story of Phineas and Ferb, but we figure maybe we can watch it from a perspective of people who don't really know the basis of Phineas and Ferb and see if we can still understand the storyline, which a lot of people still would, I think.
And that's always a really hard thing for any TV show that's going into movie for them to overcome, is to try and get the audience that doesn't watch the show.
Hold on a second.
Oh, are we frozen?
No, it's frozen. It froze. Really?
Oh, the stream is fine for me.
Okay, yeah, it looks like I'm watching from our our actual YouTube channel, and it's that's really weird. Our internet seems okay. Okay, I get like a mixture of let's not have too many things on at once.
Okay, I was going to see
if you want to turn off your Wi-Fi and bring it up. But I see a few of you are saying it's fine. A few of you saying it keeps ending and it's cutting me off all the time. That sucks. I'm really sorry about that, you guys. And hello to Ricky. Ricky is here, and Ricky's a big fan, watches from India. And I want you to know, Ricky, we have your list. Remember how you sent us like the list of the movies? We have them. We haven't had, there's a lot of things that are going on behind the scenes that's been it's personal and it's quite stressful. So we won't talk about it on today's stream. We will talk about it when we can talk about it, but because we want to be transparent and keep you guys up to date. But please be patient with us as we deal with life in general. And for today we will, oh man, people are saying it just ends and pulls up the next video.
What?
Oh,
so it's like the stream stops and then probably restarts, and then if it stops for some people, it goes on to the next movie couple,
right? Or the
video.
Next, or whatever is in their suggestion. But that
is so weird that it's doing that right now.
Really odd.
What would happen if we shut down and come back on?
Yeah, we might. Well, I don't know, man. We're like 7 minutes into this already, well, that's poopy. Yeah, it's happening for Jack a lot, it seems like.
Oh.
And it's good for Debbie. That's interesting. I wonder if it's a YouTube thing, because for us, like on our end, when I watch from YouTube, it's not ending. So we are, which means that hopefully it will probably upload fine once it renders and processes and ends up on YouTube. So I'm really, really sorry about that. It's nothing on our end. Our stream and our Wi-Fi is like super, super strong. So we're really, really sorry. It's okay because we don't really have much of a too many topics today. We only really have the main one. So before we dive into Mulan, it we're going to talk about Nurse Ratched, which there is a trailer reaction out for the, I believe it's a series coming to Netflix. Yeah, I don't think it's a movie. Let me just double check my stuff.
Yeah, whether or not it's it actually looks like it's going to be more of a series. That's what the trailer gave me vibes for.
Yeah, it's a psychological drama web television series.
Oh, cool.
Okay, so we all know
more the merrier.
Exactly. Nurse Ratched, based off a character based off One Flew Over Cuckoo's Nest. She's been mentioned in the novel. She was in the what was it, like the 1970 something. One of the movies. I think there's only been like one original, but oh my gosh, it is so good. It's by the creator of American Horror Story, so I feel like it's very natural for them to cast Sarah Paulson in this, because she's been in almost every single one of the American Horror Stories. I believe somebody in the comments from that trailer said that the only one that Sarah Paulson was not a part of was American Horror Story 1984. Which I still haven't watched. I auditioned for it, but I still haven't watched it. Anyways, so yeah, it's like really exciting. I absolutely love her.
She does an amazing job.
Yeah, she was great in the People versus OJ, right? That was like the American Crime Story one. It was, Vanja, it was you. Yay! Thanks, Vanja, coming through Movie Bunch. So yeah, really love the trailer, love the pop of color, love the use of the music from Sweet Charity. What did you think of the trailer?
I thought it just gave this really good, creepy thriller vibe, and to kind of show a little bit more of this character that has just, she wasn't like the main character. She was the main antagonist, but the way that One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, but the way she captured the imagination of, she is such what is that called, a cult icon now, that it is really cool to see them expand her story and to really see where she came from and how she started. So I'm excited to learn more about this. Like I said before, it kind of gave me Joker vibes, where it's someone who is disturbed, someone that has certain traits that society doesn't really like, so society kind of turns on them, and then how they react to it.
And there's especially this quote from the trailer, and I'm not gonna say it correctly because I already don't remember it, but it was something, I'm paraphrasing here, something similar to I wish someone had shown me love and mercy, or I would be different today, or something like that. I'm like, that's so important. That's why you treat people with kindness, even strangers. Doesn't matter. You don't know how it can impact a person's life. So let's go ahead and see what you guys are saying in the chat about Nurse Ratched, and then we'll get to Chris's choice. So a lot of you guys are enjoying the trailer. Looks disturbingly good, says Jack. David says it was a great trailer. Vanja says, can't wait. I love American Horror Story. And Adam, regarding the connection, full disclosure, I'm watching this on my TV and chatting from my phone, so your mileage will vary. Yeah. I do that too. And it looks like my stream is 100% fine, so maybe it was a YouTube thing.
Awesome.
Fantastic.
Curse you, YouTube, sometimes.
Curse you, YouTube. And Debbie, yes, I did see your message about Stunt Women, that is executively produced by Michelle Rodriguez. It's going to be on Netflix, I think. So we'll do a trailer reaction to that as well. Thank you for reminding me, because I don't think I had that on my list. David says, I heard that Sarah Paulson really wanted to play Cheetah in Wonder Woman 1984. Ooh, don't do this to me, David. Wow. Okay, because I really like Kristen Wiig. Yes. I know that she's always been seen as the comedian from Saturday Night Live and whatever. Yeah. But a lot of people don't realize is that comedians can be funny. They can go light. They can do jokes and this and that and physical comedy, but they can go dark. And they can do drama. You just look at Stephen Carell. As an example, the man has just, I think we have to start not looking at a comedian as a label. Like, if they first started out and their passion isn't comedy and they're rooted in comedy, they always come back to comedy, great, but that doesn't mean they can't do anything else beside comedy. Jordan Peele is another really great example of that.
He's the one who's so given us so much stuff.
Can go really dark.
Giving us some pretty dark stuff with Get Out and Us. So, I mean, yeah, it's always difficult to give someone certain labels, but we also haven't seen Kristen Wiig's performance yet. Maybe it's going to be one of those things where you were just like, whoa, okay, I now see what the casting director saw in her, kind of thing. Like, that's our Cheetah.
Yes.
It's kind of like when they cast Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman.
Yes.
Everyone's like, what? No. And then you're just like, there's something that director just went, that's her. That's what we want. So it all depends on where they actually decide to go to Cheetah, because also Kristen Wiig can play that very awkward kind of person,
like the scientist. Well. Yeah. And not to take away from Sarah Paulson, I think both of these ladies are great candidates. I am very excited to see Kristen Wiig as Cheetah. I would have been excited to see Sarah Paulson as Cheetah. I think the both of them are extremely talented. I'm just so happy. I love Sarah Paulson in this world. I know she's more than just like horror, suspense, thriller, and like Ryan Murphy, American Horror Story stuff, but I love her so much in it. So whenever they put her in, I'm like, yes. I especially loved her character in AHS Hotel. Like, love her. Blade GTR chiming in saying that Peach scene gave me such intense vibes. If you saw that scene, if you saw the trailer, if you haven't yet, make sure you watch the trailer from the trailer reaction from us. After this, how many of you, and if you watch the video, go ahead and put a peach emoji in the comment section of this video. How many of you thought, maybe if I work in a communal office, I should put my name on a piece of fruit that I have, just in case? Because, like, it's never right to steal someone's lunch. Have you had that happen to you?
No. I have actually had no one steal my lunch, because I've always had it like...
But you stole someone else's lunch.
Have I... Well, okay, no. I took... Okay, so this is what happened.
Hold on.
I took a couple microwave dinners to... what is it called? To work. Yeah. And I just put them in there.
Okay.
And I didn't put my name on them, but no one ever took them. Because... And I had eaten some of them.
Okay,
and
but
then
what
happened
yours.
Was there was a long period of time that I did not, like, I had some time off, and then I went there and I opened up the freezer and they're like, oh, is that one mine? I'm not sure.
But they were
and
still
I left
there.
It there. And they were still there. And I left it there for like a week, or it may not have been mine, but then I opened it again and like a week later, it was still there. So I'm like, okay, this has to be mine. No one's eating this one. And I remember I think I remember bringing this one, so I ate it. So,
and then did anybody was like the next day, like, where's my fruit?
But I do know a guy at the office who did get fired, because what happened was they bought like a whole bunch of pizzas.
Okay.
And it was for certain office people who had paid for the pizzas.
In the fridge?
And he just came in and like,
in the fridge?
They're like mini fridge. Not like mini ones, but like personal pizzas.
Oh, that you can heat up. Okay.
Yeah, okay. Took them out, put in, like, they weren't even cold in the refrigerator yet. And he had stolen one. And they were like, sorry, you're fired.
And they fired somebody over that? That's a little aggressive.
Well, honestly, it was also because it was one of the head honcho's pizza. So and there were plenty of people. He got caught red-handed too, kind of. It's like walked in like,
I feel like that's a put it back.
I think it was also the fact that there were other things that he had done, and this was just the straw that broke the camel's back.
I was gonna say, to fire someone because they stole a little pizza. I mean, I'm not saying it's right. I don't condone it, but to fire someone, it's like, oh, let's not go from 0 to 60 real quick. I definitely had my food stolen in a communal fridge. It's not been the recent 5 years. So that kind of gives you a good timeline of where I was working. Theme park. And we had a communal fridge in one of the break rooms. And it only happened in this one specific break room. It didn't happen in any other break room, but it happened in this one. And it would be, you bring your little like lunch bag or satchel or brown paper bag or whatever. I had a cute little lunch bag, so I liked it. So I carried it. And they wouldn't just grab things that are like lying about. They went into, not just mine, they went into people's lunch things, took out stuff, and then closed it. And I was like, no!
I'm sorry. If you are doing that, you deserve to be fired. I'm sorry. That is just like, no.
So we started to set up notes, and we were going to try to catch the person red-handed. And I think I wasn't there, but I think they did. And they're kind of like, listen, she had a talking to. And I believe this is what happened. It's been so long. I really don't. And I wasn't there that day. So
all of this off of just the one scene that made such an impact in a trailer. That is why.
Because I was like, this.
I know people like that. I'm not afraid that
I'm not putting my name on a piece of food that's inside an enclosed bag. Like, sorry, I got so heated.
No, I mean,
I like my food.
That's the thing about some, about movies and trailers and things like this, is that they know how to hit a nerve, and you're just like,
hit a nerve with me.
And that's why it's so difficult sometimes to separate that the feelings that you feel about a character in a movie, and then that actor. Kind of thing.
Sometimes, yeah, but people have to remember that, like, actors are just humans doing a job.
Like, you look at the woman that stole that peach, and you're like, I hate her.
You hate her character.
I hate her character.
It's okay. We got to watch the show, but she's got to come in. That's all I got to say. Because Nurse Ratched said, I'm thinking of all the different ways to do something about it.
Yeah.
And I was like,
what are you going to do about it? Did you hear me? Are you deaf?
You just
I'm thinking about all the things that I'm going to do about it.
All the things, plural things, not the. Anyways, all right.
Nurse Ratched just looks so cool. Like it's her name. It's in her name.
It's in her name. Yeah. All right, guys. Are you guys ready for? I can't wait to go back to the chat. But let's go ahead and jump into Chris's choice. And okay. Chris says, okay, even I had trouble with this one. Which of these two iconic roles is your favorite Harrison Ford? The scoundrel Han Solo or Dr. Indiana Jones? Wendy has exited the room.
Bye, Wendy. Okay, this is now the Dustin Show. So, if I had to actually decide, oh, God. It's funny. I'm like, okay, this is my choice. Hard. No, wait, no. Then there's this.
That's hard.
That's a really tough one. I'm going to say, every time I'm about to say it, I'm like, no, don't say it.
Mm-hmm.
But then I'm like, no, okay. I'm going to go. It's tough because I love Star Wars. Yep. Star Wars is my life.
Yep.
But I think with
somebody's spamming in our chat. Hold on, I gotta go take care of this.
The thing with Indiana Jones that gives Indiana Jones a little bit of a heads up or a little bit of an advantage is the fact that the movie is focused on that character. That is the main title character. So you get more from Indiana Jones. You get a little bit more character development. You get a little bit more story arc. You get a little bit more about Indiana Jones. Whereas, don't get me wrong, Han Solo, amazing character, great story, love what he adds to Star Wars, but he is not the main character. He is not the title character either.
Yeah.
So it's not as focused. You don't get as much. So I'm going to lean towards Indiana Jones. And plus, Indiana Jones made me want to start using a bullwhip.
Dustin knows how to use a bullwhip.
Yeah. I know, like, one
He's
or
not
two,
an expert, but he can.
A buddy of mine is amazing with a bullwhip. Like, you can hold, like, the straw out of your mouth, and he can, like, snap it in half.
He can snap it up. Didn't he do it to you?
And I was like, oh my God.
Too close for comfort. So it's either
because the pop happens right there.
Either it happens to you get a popped straw, you get a popped lip. I mean,
so I'm going to have to lean towards Indiana Jones. And of course, I think Indiana Jones was a little bit more of a more rounded character.
Well-rounded character.
More well-rounded character. Simply because you also got to spend just more time with him. There's scenes where it's just Indiana Jones sometimes. So there's no time where it's just Han Solo, I think. But yeah, so it's a tough choice, and I hate to make it, but yeah.
At least it's not like
go get him, Han Solo.
Like save or kill sort of a thing, you know. We still get to have both.
Yeah. True.
I am gonna have to go with Dr. Indiana Jones here for a lot of the points that Dustin said. I feel like with Indiana Jones, because he is the center character, he leads us on these adventures. So you kind of see his arc and his interaction with the other characters. Whereas Han Solo, we absolutely love, but he is, you know, I would like to say like the Holy Trinity. Well, then you got to put Kenobi in there. So is that a square?
Oh, yeah, true. No, yeah.
Well, anyways, we know he's one of the OG when it comes to Star Wars. But the Star Wars, I would say it feels like a lot more is based on the Skywalkers as opposed to Han Solo. So Han Solo as a supporting side character, a very important main side character, if that makes sense, I absolutely love. But I feel like with Indiana Jones, we just got so much more simply because he is the titular character.
Yeah.
For all the franchises. But I will say I will raid Han Solo's closet any day over Indiana Jones, because Indiana Jones just beige. And I get it. He's like an archaeologist,
Yeah.
doing what he does. And like Han Solo looks real good with those pants and the white top and like Han
just a cool
Han has
style.
more swag. Han has more swag than Indy.
That is very true.
But Indy would, so that was my pick. So let's go to the chat before we get into our next super chat from True Toy Story. And thank you for being here, everybody. From watching from Twitch as well. Hello and thank you. Let's see. I see some peach emojis. I see communal hot pockets.
Hot pocket. Communal hot pockets. I thought you were going to go into hot pot. And I'm going, I miss hot pot so much.
I miss hot pot.
I miss going to this one place down by us.
Yeah.
That is so good.
Yeah.
And we just haven't gotten a chance to go again because, it's all closed.
Yeah.
It's only takeout. And hot takeout's just not the same.
I know. Okay. Not a lot of what is it called? Comments about
about Christmas tree.
the office food debacle. At least I'm not finding it here.
There were a couple in there saying, Dustin stole something and is still alive.
I did read one of the comments too that like being fired is a little excessive. So I wonder what the other person did to make that be like the straw that broke the camel's back.
I think he was always kind of
maybe always late and doesn't do his job or something.
And he lives right across the street. So it was like, why are you late?
Is he late though?
I think so.
Oh, well. All right. Okay. True Choice Story. Thank you so much for your support. He says, skip speak AHS. American Horror Story, 1984. Meh. Loved Ratched. Turned down Martini in a stage production of Cuckoo's Nest years ago due to conflicts. Oh, okay.
That's still pretty cool that it was offered to you, though.
Wow. Due to conflicts. Well, at least it's not like I think that's a good problem to have because of conflicts.
Yeah. If you're you're having to choose between which jobs to take.
Well, because you can't because you had another existing. Just filmed 2 commercial auditions in my living room with windows open, and neighbors got a weird show. We totally get it. There's some sites that we get, either they're like super comedic sites or sites where it requires me to kind of get into that headspace where you're like emotional and maybe shouting, you're a little angry. Sounds like we're having a fight. And
I always feel weird when we do a repeat of like we have the same argument from the script over and over again. And I'm going, the neighbors are going to think that they're like, what are they fighting about?
People are like, what the heck, man? What the heck? But good on you, True Choice Story. Woo! Congratulations on your auditions and best of luck. I hope you get a call back and then you book it. Yay!
Yes.
I mean, yeah, like there's been multiple times where we do really weird things. Or there was once I had to film a they wanted us specifically, and I don't remember what product it was for a commercial read, and they wanted us to film specifically with our phone in like selfie mode and we were talking, but it was still landscape, so it would look good for casting. So they wouldn't have to look like this. And then you had to walk and deliver this, and they wanted to do it they're like, do it in an outside setting where you're like watering the plants or this and that. And I was like, this wouldn't make sense because who waters like this? Like if you're,
yeah.
Whatever. So I was like, okay, well, we got a huge oak tree outside of our apartment. So I was like, well, I'll just walk up and down the balcony because it's got like a beautiful greenery scene and fit with the healthy sort of a vibe that they were going for. So we did the read, didn't hear back, unfortunately, but I enjoyed my audition. But I just wonder because beforehand, he was sweeping off the deck so I wouldn't crunch on all the leaves because the first take that we did, and all you hear was kind of like, hey, did I tell you about crunch, 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 crunch? And I just really love crunch, crunch, crunch. And I'm like, all right, this does not look good. So he swept off the deck, and it was just the same line back and forth and back and forth. And people were like, what?
And our neighbors did come out for a little bit, and they were
like,
what the fuck?
I mean, we've been living here for like 5+ years. She should be used to it by now. So, and she's also not the quietest. Hello to Genesis, Ambrosio. Thank you for being here. Thank you very much. True Choice 30. Thank you so much for your super chat, and maybe we will skip American Horror Story 1984.
Yeah.
I mean, out of all the ones that I've watched for American Horror Story, I would say Murder House and Hotel.
Yeah.
And maybe Coven.
What was the one that had Lady Gaga in it? That was
Hotel.
Well,
she's been a couple. She was in also Roanoke. which I loved.
I love watching Lady Gaga. I think she's an amazing actress, an amazing performer. So anything that she's in, I'm always like, let's check it out.
Okay, should we go on to our? I keep trying to show topics. And I can't because I didn't create a banner, so we'll just do that. Let's talk about. Oh wait, super chat time before we jump into it. Yeah, before we jump into it. Thank you so much, AMR Now. Yay! Hey guys, cinemas finally open today in Austria. Woo! Not Australia. Remember, I made that mistake last time. Not Australia, in Austria, with an amazing deal. Is it £3? Is that the symbol?
I think per pounds is a little different. But yeah, it's whatever. I'm assuming Euro? It's whatever the currency in Austria is.
Per ticket with free popcorn and drinks. Gonna watch Unhinged. So happy. What?
Oh my gosh.
What a great deal. Yeah, we are super jealous. Congratulations on your country doing super well and being able to open all the cinemas. I am not sure if any cinemas in the US is going to open. I'm really, really not sure. I'm sure it'll be depending per state. I'm 99% sure that California is not going to have any cinemas open unless you count drive-ins.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. If they do drive-ins,
we'll go.
We're going to one. I need to find where the closest drive-in theater is, because I'm dying just to go and get that movie theater experience, or like a taste of the movie theater experience again. I really do miss it. And you know what though? It just shows that we're not going to, here in America, we're not going to get anything like that outside of a drive-in for a while because of the main topic of today kind of thing.
Yeah, absolutely. So cinemas, movie theaters in the US, I mean around the world, but also in the US, have really taken a huge hit because of COVID, and all of them closed. And I think I want to say AMC had to file for bankruptcy, right? Or somebody did,
they have reworked their filing,
something like that, where it was pretty bad for the theater. And that's why there was kind of that very like quick decision of, you know, when Universal offered some of like one of their titles or two of their titles on VOD, and they didn't respect that like window that they normally would have. They were like, no, we're not going to show any AMC, or AMC will no longer show Universal Pictures movies and this and that.
It's like, you're not open. That's not much of a threat.
Right. And anyways, though, you guys heard us talk about it. That could have all handled behind the scenes, but instead we watched it play out on social media. We're just like, oh God. Before we jump into the Mulan topic, thank you so much to Vanja for your contribution. AHS 1984 is pretty good. Do see it. First 3 to 4 episodes are meh, but it changes direction and ends pretty good. Okay, and this is the one with Emma Roberts, I think, as the lead.
Oh, okay.
So I mean, I'll always give it a gander. Like I enjoy putting it on. And you know, usually I have like a 5 episode like thing. Like I'll give a series 5 episodes, with the exception of Fear the Walking Dead. I gave that show 3 hours of my life, 3 episodes, and I was just like, you know what, I can't, and I went right back into The Walking Dead instead. But it just wasn't for me. But yeah, we will. I will, if by episode 5 it, you know, starts moving along, which I think that's a bit like long.
Yeah, that was kind of
that was our complaint about Warrior Nun.
Oh my gosh.
That was like chugging along, like, chugging along. It
just felt like, okay, it's about ready to start. If you want more information on that, though, we have a whole
watch our videos,
a review on that, and also some of the new videos that we have out. Do you want to talk about that, or do you want to first talk about Mulan?
No, let's talk about that.
Okay, so we have coming out, Wendy did a couple back-to-back shootings, filmings. Thank you.
Shootings
of Blackpink 365. That's what it is. And it was really cute because I was working on something else, and I just hear Wendy laughing.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh my gosh. And it's, so if you get a chance when those come out, those will be coming out soon.
I love Blackpink. Yeah. Episode 3 is up. Episode 4 will be up after this. And then episode 5 will be up tomorrow morning. For any blinks out there, any international blinks out there, those episodes are up. I feel like they only did 5 episodes because at the end of every episode they usually do a preview of what's to come, like a sneak peek, and they didn't do that with episode 5. So it's a little bit of a bummer because I thought it was going to be more like Blackpink House.
Yeah.
I loved when they did Blackpink House, but they didn't. And anyways, I'm just happy to get just extra content from the girls. That makes me really, really happy. Thank you so much, Vanja, for the tip on why can't I say AHS there?
Or American Horror Story.
American Horror Story. It's easier to say. Thank you so much. Oh no. Okay, there we go. Let's see. I don't want to miss any of the comments from Twitch. So just a comment from Stardrew. I want to pay for popcorn. Not too many movies. I want to see New Mutants. Yes. Bill and Ted. Yes. And then nothing until Wonder Woman in October, and then Black Widow and respectfully. So yeah, I think this is a perfect time to dive into Mulan. So
yes,
I didn't do my show notes like I usually do, so we're just gonna show you this great picture of Mulan played by Yifei Liu while I take a look at there's a few articles from Variety that talks about what they're doing with Mulan. So you guys know that Mulan was originally going to come out at the end of March. Unfortunately, even though they did the LA premiere, they still had, because of COVID, they still had to delay the release date, and it just kept on getting pushed further back and further back and further back to now it's kind of indefinite. And now finally we are getting the latest news, which is a huge blow to theaters, especially in the US, not so much to those who are open, but Mulan is going to forego its planned theatrical release, and instead it is going to be premiering on Disney Plus on September 4th via a PVOD model, which is something that's got a lot of people up in arms about. Very different, a lot of mixed opinions about this. So the company, and this is quoting directly the Variety article, the company believes that the release of the action epic will help drive subscribers while serving as a valuable test case to determine how much of their hard-earned cash customers are willing to part how much their hard-earned cash customers are willing to part with in order to watch a movie that was originally intended to debut exclusively in cinemas. And so this means that Mulan, instead of just being available on Disney Plus to everybody who have subscribed to it, just like us, like many of you guys, consumers here in the US as well as other countries and territories will have to pay a premium of $29.99 to rent the movie on top of what we already pay for our monthly subscription. Some of it, I don't know if you got the deal, but for a lot of people, it's $6.99. And in places where Disney Plus is not available, Mulan is actually going to play in theaters, assuming those theaters are open.
Yeah.
And here's a quote from CEO Bob Chapek, I think is how you say his last name. And he says, Mulan's big move is not reflective of a new business model for the company, even though it kind of is. So this is what he's saying. He says, we are looking at Mulan as a one-off, as opposed to saying there's more business windowing model we are looking at. As in, this is going to be, so it could be a one-off and it could not. So let's come back to you guys really quick, because I am like dying to know what you guys think. So let's unpack this a little bit.
Okay.
With Mulan, I see the comments flying in.
Honestly,
yeah, go ahead.
Okay, first, my opinion is, my first thought was, oh man, we're not going to be able to see this in theaters. But a part of me is also like, this makes so much sense for Disney, because recently I read that, the most recent quarter for Disney, they've lost like $4 billion.
Yeah.
They are looking to have $4 billion in losses. And think about what Disney's known for: theme parks and movies.
Big tentpole movies. Avengers,
merchandise.
Star Wars.
Maybe merchandise is not as big hit, but your two biggest money incomers are flat dead in the water. They're not bringing in any money, and they are costing you money to upkeep. And I can just see the executives and people that are in charge of this are sitting down going, we need money. We need money to get some of these other things going. We expected this money from Mulan to come in so long ago. We have to make something out of it. We have to get some kind of money out of Mulan.
Yeah.
And I feel so bad that I think this is more of a desperation move. They're like, crap, we need money. We need to start, what is that called? Cashing in some of these assets that we are just sitting on. And so, yeah, if they're able to bring Mulan out on streaming and they're able to make back some of their money, even if they're not technically making that much money off of it, when you are at a point to where you're like, I mean, I'm sure millions of people across the world can sympathize with this feeling, to where you're like, crap, we haven't made money. I don't have a job. I don't have this. We have to start selling some of these things that we love, that we have all these collections of, that I'm like, I need some money so I can buy food. You know, Disney's in a sense going, we need money to survive. We need to start getting some influx from from anything.
Yeah.
So I understand where they're at. I do believe it does kind of suck for all the movie makers, everyone who was involved in this film, not to be able to have this wide release. But also, that's only a wide release in the United States.
I
think China's going to be the big market for this.
Yeah, I feel like, well, I want, and I don't know 100% for sure. I haven't really read up on this, so this is like allegedly, this is speculation, but I want to say that they are to the point where some of their cinemas have reopened, and and you can open a cinema, but it's really up to the people to choose if they go or not.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? It's based on how they feel about being in a crowd, and they got hit just like the rest of the world really badly with COVID. So like they might be a little cautious. It's like, oh great, Mulan's out, I want to see it. I still don't know if I can go sit in the theater for 2 hours to watch this movie. So, and to also put things in perspective, and we can kind of take into consideration as to this is one of the reasons why they're doing this, and for a price of $29.99 as opposed to the $19.99 that it costs for like Trolls to go on VOD, and as well as on some of the other movies. Mulan took $200 million to produce. That's a lot of money, and for a live act, like for it's just a lot. It's a lot. And luckily, and you guys already know this, so I don't think it's any news to you guys. And wait, there's a super chat, so let me go ahead and put it up, and we'll get to it in 2 seconds. I was very lucky, and I got to visit the set of Mulan and do a few articles for Collider. So that was really, really great to be able to experience that, to be in New Zealand and watch the battle scenes play out, and just to see not just the people behind the scene, not just the people in front of the camera, which they had so many. I mean, they horses, riders, stunt coordinators, multiple cameras, the rigging, the landscape, the costuming, and like the base camp was huge. There's so many people moving about. There's so many people on set, and so to know what they filmed and the effort they put in to make this movie so it could be presented on the big screen for everyone to see, it's beyond disappointing that we're not going to, unless you have like a sick home theater setup.
Yeah.
Like you won't really get that experience. Like most of us, a lot of people, if they choose to pay the $30, on top of their Disney Plus stuff, they are gonna maybe watch it on a laptop, because that's all they have, right?
Yeah,
you gotta think about it that way. Like, yeah, we can say, oh, you put it on a 60-inch TV, put it on a 70-inch, whatever. Not everybody has that. Some people may even have to watch on their phone. So we have to kind of take that into consideration, and whether or not those consumers would be willing to shell over their $30 for just one person. So let's go ahead and get to Judas Priest.
I think you're absolutely right. For $30 for one person to watch it, that's where you're a little bit like, but for a lot of people too, it's also going to be like, especially people who own Disney Plus. I think there's a lot of families. So $30 to see a movie is like, well, after tickets, after popcorn, after sodas, after snacks.
And maybe parking, if you have to pay for parking.
If you have to pay for parking.
If you go to like the Americana or the Grove, you have to pay for parking.
It's kind of like, hey, we were going to spend this much anyways, and now we don't have to go out. So for some people, good deal.
Yes.
For one or two, for like us,
yes,
it's going to be like, well, I guess we're spending a little bit extra per ticket.
Yeah. So here is a super chat from Judas Priest. Love your name. Thank you so much for your support. $30 to rent? Come on, Disney. I drop a Jackson to purchase and probably will. So how about a Hamilton to rent HD? Oh, yeah, Hamilton's only streaming exclusively on Disney Plus.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that
also
interesting.
Makes sense that, that Hamilton was one of the things that they put up there for free, because I'm pretty sure it didn't really cost much to actually to produce it. I mean, you already had the stage; they were already performing Hamilton.
Right. You just have to
set up the cameras,
coordinate the actor's schedule and time, multiple shoots and pickup shots.
Yeah.
Editing, color, sound, cinematographers, directors, and XYZ. So on a smaller scale, because like you said, it's the production itself had already been set and it's been rehearsed and everybody. So there's just like the little fine tuning details. But I feel like that his statement is true though.
Yeah, $30 to rent. And I think that it's because I think we are a little spoiled when it comes to streaming services, because we can rent so many movies. I mean, I remember being able to get like 99-cent rentals from Redbox. Kind of a thing. So
we haven't done Redbox in a long time.
We're not used to dropping $30 on a rental.
Yeah.
But that's kind of what we're doing when we go to a movie theater. We're pretty much spending $30 to rent the movie for that 2 hours.
Yeah. And here's a quote, not a quote, sorry. Here's a comment from Chris Mendez, Chris's choice, but this is not a Chris's choice, don't worry. I am not happy about it. The movie is epic, yes, and it belongs on the big screen, yes. People pay for their Disney Plus subscriptions, yet we'll still have to pay $30 to watch Mulan. I definitely do not like that. Yeah, so I totally agree, and I don't want to take away from anybody's feeling about feeling this way, because I think it is absolutely legit, because especially right now with finances being so tight, like people on furlough, or if they've lost their job and they're still trying to pay this ridiculous rent that they have to pay, and then like have to pay for food and whatever else it may be, like, and you really want to see Mulan, you're like, well, wait a minute, I already give you $6.99 for Disney Plus. Now you're asking me to give you $30 on top of what I already pay to watch Mulan.
That's like 4 extra months of Disney Plus.
Yeah, so I totally understand why people are kind of like, well, no, and I get it, and and the choice is obviously yours. Like, you're not like, oh, Boo sucks, you suck for not being able to want to pay for Mulan. Like, that's not the case at all. Like, I think if you can't pay for it, and it does suck, because it's not like just a regular like going to the theater experience, especially I would say maybe if you can argue maybe with the multifamily home where you have like mom, dad, kids,
and grandparents,
like you can rent it for like, you know, the time being, like for the 24-hour whatever period. Like, you can argue that can be a deal, because you don't have to pay for a concession. You can just cook at home. You don't have to worry about the kids running up and down the aisle, because kids like to move around during a movie. And you can also pause and go back if you miss something.
Yeah.
Right? You don't have to worry. So for, I think, a multifamily, it could be a better deal. For a single person, if it's just me, I can see like, wait, hold on. That's $37 to watch Mulan in total. I know I get Disney Plus, but like that's $30, $37. And I don't get to keep it. You're not buying it, right?
You
only get to see it that for the time, whatever period that you're allowed to rent it for, and then that's it. And you want to watch it again.
Get your phone.
No, don't say that. Don't say that. You don't want to give them ideas. Piracy is bad.
No, it's bad.
Piracy is bad.
Don't do that.
No.
Terrible.
No, bad. You're fired.
Fired.
Go take your pizza. Get out.
Okay.
So, but for us, coming from our point, I really want, and I'm one of the few lucky people that got to see this at the premiere. I really, really want Dustin to see this. We will make the choice to purchase it, but I can see why a lot of people don't agree with this. And also, and this is a question, so because I don't know the answer to this, and if you guys know, please do chime in. I have so many like parts of the chat I need to go through, and I see some super chats. I see you. We're gonna get to it. I swear. I promise. But my question is, okay, for those who don't have Disney Plus and they want to watch Mulan, right? It is only exclusively on Disney Plus. So does that mean they can do a one-time fee of $30 and sign in as a guest for Disney Plus to watch Mulan for that one time? Or do they have to sign up for, say, a whatever,
like 1 month of Disney Plus? So that
whatever
means
the shortest
if you don't
amount
have
of
Disney
time.
Plus, it really costs you $37.
Yeah.
That I'm a little about too.
Yeah.
You're like, because you have to first have the Disney Plus. But if you know what, maybe if Disney Plus does do that, kind of like, yeah, if you don't have Disney Plus, it's still $30. You won't get access to any other library stuff.
Right.
But we won't know until, I'm guessing though.
I don't know how that's
they're
gonna play.
not going to do that.
I want to do some research about it.
I'm guessing that you
Guys,
have to have Disney
sweating.
Plus.
I am so sorry.
It's
Let me cover
today.
my hair.
Yeah. I'm guessing that you have to have Disney Plus, and you're going to have to buy it, which makes it even more of a little bit of a
Well, if you do, then take advantage of using their streaming library and watch Hamilton and watch literally everything under the sun, Artemis Fowl and everything.
I'm pretty sure also they might give you like, hey, 1 month free if you buy. But you know what? I don't know.
But we don't know. This is speculation. So I just oh my god, I might have to change my shirt. I just really wonder. So let's get to this super chat, and then I want to go through the comments really badly. Do you think you can review Mulan when it comes out on Disney Plus? Absolutely, yes. And it will be nice to actually rewatch it again, because it's, you guys, I went to the premiere. Hold on, I have to remember when it was. It was
like it was like March 10th. It was right around there. I mean, that's when. Oh, you have the picture. And
March 9th.
Oh wow,
March 9th was the premiere, and I gotta say, I remember having a little anxiety of like being at the premiere because I was next to all these people, and like some people wore masks, some people didn't wear masks, and like it wasn't like it hasn't blown up as essentially yet, but people were very aware of it, and there were, even though we all sat in the theater setting, I remember listening for coughs and not hearing any. Not because I'd be one of those people be like, nope, I'm not even, because you eat popcorn, you get dry throat, or like one of the kernels gets caught and you're like and so but yes, we will absolutely do a review for Mulan. I mean, was under embargo. I think I still am under embargo. So I'm actually thankful that we get to watch it one more time, because I'm kind of like, yes, I think I remember, but it's like, and there's a lot of fun moments I kind of want to revisit. And I also want to be able to compare my experience of seeing it on the big screen as opposed to seeing it on our smaller TV, and less of us. Well, we don't have surround sound, we have a sound bar. So I kind of really want to compare the two experiences in our review. So you can bet that is coming. So if you haven't already, you want to watch our review when Mulan comes out on September 4th, hit that subscribe button, and make sure you come back and watch our review. Thank you so much for another super chat from Dude. It's Priest. Like, I love that name. It's so fun. So cool. And look at his. So I'm leaning and looking at his logo. Yeah. Dead president, y'all. Jackson is 20 and Hamilton is 10. $10 founding father. All right.
You got to give you got to give 2 founding fathers to see Mulan.
Oh my gosh! Thank you so much, Judas Priest. And from super chat from Party, he writes, also it's said that once you pay the $29.99, you get to keep it as long as you subscribe to Disney Plus. Well, we have the D23 deal where we got it for like 3 years, right?
It was like
I think
3 years.
Debbie and Adam
like
also have it.
Deal.
Yeah, like I remember signing up for it right away. I got the little founder's pin, and I was like, I called Dustin. I was like, we're doing this, right? He's like, yeah, we're doing that.
And I think also because when we got that deal, I think it was came up to like $4.99 a month. So it was like $2 off a month, but over the course of 3 years.
Yeah.
That's a good chunk of change. So I think that's what I'm not 100% of the deal. I'd have to double check. Yeah. But yeah, so so once you get it, that would be nice if you can continue to rewatch it.
Yeah. There's God, I can't say what I want to say because I'm under embargo. All right, never mind. We'll skip it. Let's go to the chat for what you guys are saying in the comment section here. Adam says, as much as it is annoying, I'm just grateful for those who live in the US has this as an option. It was either get this or having it get pushed another year from now. And that's a great point, because I literally said to Dustin yesterday, I said, why don't we just try to push it back to February around the time when it's Chinese New Year, and we can like go on with the bang and celebrate. But obviously I'm not the company. There has to be reasons why they make the decisions that they do. So, and I have a feeling that like they postponed it as much as they could. Yeah. I feel like the cast and the director really, feel strongly about like, hey, like we really, and they let them push and push and push and push.
Yeah.
To say, they know that they spent the money to make it. They know this belongs on the big screen. Big screen isn't happening right now in most places.
Like like I said before, I think this is more of a move of desperation. I think it's the fact that they're like, we need money coming in.
Mm-hmm.
We need to get more influx of money. So that's why that's the final decision. I think that the final fact that made them choose this decision.
Tortilla Thrill says Artemis Fowl is garbage.
And you know what? I mean, and that's the thing. That's also a good thing, that if there's ever movies that just aren't good, that's where they can dump them, is Disney Plus.
Yeah.
But also, I believe that with the combination of them being able to release it in theaters in China,
mm-hmm.
and in other places across the world where the movie theaters are still open, plus the movie Disney Plus, I think they're going to do pretty good.
Yeah.
I think they're going to at least be able to make their money back.
Yeah.
Maybe finally, I mean, if they have any bills still coming in from that. Oh, okay. So, I mean, I just think that the reason why they're doing this is because, they're desperate for money. They're in a really hot spot to be able to start making this money. And they might not make as much money, but with overseas theaters and releasing it here on Disney Plus, it's also a good experiment, because you can now compare the two. Be like, okay, wait, we released it over in China, and we released it, and this is how much money it made, and we released it in the US, and this is how much money it made. So they're able to compare and contrast the different things and be like, hey, you know what? There's actually some legitimacy to being able to release new things on Disney Plus, and people will pay, especially if they don't have access to a movie theater.
Yeah.
So it's a good experiment. So I just feel bad for everyone involved in Mulan, who are like, you're going to experiment with our movie? Why our movie? Kind of a thing. To where it's kind of like, sorry, it's
so sad.
Just the situation that they're in.
It just sucks.
It sucks.
It sucks no matter what. Like, so I do want to support this movie, and I really want him to see it. So, and it's been a while since I really want to see it. So we will make the decision to pay the $30, $29.99, whatever, to watch it on Disney Plus. And so we will have a review up if you guys want to. I mean, everybody, for the most part, if you watch the animated version of Mulan, you kind of know where it's gonna go. So and I have this one.
We got many spoilers.
Yeah, and there's I remember I tweeted out my initial reaction for Mulan after the premiere. So if you kind of want to know the tidbits of what I felt, like
what you're allowed to say,
initial reactions while under embargo, you can check that out. That was like dated back in March, so feel free to look out for that. And thank you for everybody letting us know that if we're subscribed to Disney Plus and we pay the $30 to get Mulan, we get to keep the movie for as long as we have Disney Plus, which is something we plan to do for as long as we're financially able to.
Yep.
I know Tortilla Thrill from Twitch, $30. Yeah, $30.
That was my first gut reaction when Wendy said, "Yeah, it's $30." I was like, $30?
Yeah.
And then the more I thought about it, the more it made sense.
Yeah.
But we'll find out if it's too much. If it's too much, and people are like, "I'm not paying."
I'm seeing just like on social media, just a lot of mixed reviews, and everybody's point is legit. Like I couldn't look at any of what people were saying and saying, well, I don't believe. It's only like, it just depends on how you want to view the situation, and I think no reaction as far as this goes, and whether or not like your decision to see it, there's no right or wrong.
Yeah, sure.
And this begs the question, and we want to ask you guys too as we come to the end of our stream, is, do you think, let's say, hypothetically, Mulan with a $30 PVOD method, it's extremely successful. I still don't think they're going to make their money back.
I think between theaters and overseas,
we'll have to see how China does.
Yeah, well, it really does depend on how does it do overseas.
But let's just say that. Sorry, I had a. Debbie says, I think that reaction to 30 is something all of us had. That was my knee-jerk reaction. $30?
Mm-hmm.
Or yesterday was like $29.99. Yeah. So this begs the question, is let's say this model is successful, and then so Disney applies this to the remaining movies, and they do this. Do you think if Mulan's is successful with this model, do you think they will do the same with Black Widow? And will other studios kind of do something similar? Even though I don't know if, like,
That's
for
tough.
example, for like, let's say Warner Brothers, right? For Wonder Woman,
Yeah.
like, unlike Disney, Warner Brother doesn't have their own streaming service.
True.
I don't think.
No, that is very true.
If I maybe I missed it, but so they can't exclusively stream it to somewhere unless they pick like an HBO.
Yeah.
And they say we're going to stream it exclusively to HBO, but you have to pay for, you know, the PVOD price of $19.99 or something like that. Like that's just gonna, it's just gonna be really, really, really interesting. And I feel like oh shoot, where was that comment?
For what?
Okay. Blake GTR says this. If this ends up making Disney money, you can bet this will continue.
No, that is true.
I don't think that's wrong.
But this is also the thing. I think it will continue as long as we're in the situation that we are. Mm-hmm. Because bottom line, I do think that no matter how well this does, mm-hmm. they still will make more money releasing it in theaters.
Yeah.
And they know that. Yeah. The only reason why they're doing this right now is because they need money and in the situation that we're in. Mm-hmm. So I think what's going to happen is that they're going to find out that, hey, yeah, we can still make some money off of this. And they're going to start trying to adapt it to where, okay, we release it in theaters for the time that we can. Then we release it on VOD as soon as we can for a small price, which we can make a little bit more money off of that. And then we give it to VOD for free.
Yeah. And also, just to clarify, when I said HBO Max, I was using it as like just a theory. That's not a factual thing that they're going to release. What I was using that platform as an example, because we all know that Wonder Woman is not going to be available on Disney Plus because it's done by a completely different studio. So theoretically, that's what we were saying, and that's why I used HBO Max as an example, because we know the Snyder Cut is going to be released on HBO. So that's I just kind of compare and contrast and using another platform. So I don't want to confuse you guys. It is not fact. The only fact we know is that Mulan is coming to Disney Plus exclusively and available for a PVOD price of $29.99 on September 4th. So that's what we know for sure.
All that, I mean, the only thing is too is also with everyone's like, well, what about Black Widow? What about all these other movies?
Oh God, no.
No, I want to see them in theaters. No. That's what I really want to do. It all depends though on what the world looks like.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things that you're going to have to like kick the can down the road. Okay, how is it now? Okay, no, we don't have to make a decision. Kick the can down the road. Okay, we now have to make a decision. What does the world look like?
Yeah.
So yeah, bottom line, it's just all of these companies, all of our fans, everyone, we just get choices between shit and whipped cream covered shit. Which one do you want to eat?
I guess so, huh? I guess so. Oh boy. All right.
I like my analogy there.
Sure.
I'm sorry, I have no idea where that came.
Oh yeah. And then this also begs the question of what will happen with Tenet, which is like the next tentpole.
And that one, how can you not see Tenet in theaters?
Yeah, I think like that's not gonna look cute on a laptop screen. You know, even if you have like the 16-inch or whatever, like that's not gonna look cute. Anyways, thank you so much to Black Bonalala for your contribution. Thank you. What do you guys think about the price for Mulan on Disney Plus? Okay, I don't have a problem paying the $29.99. I'll just say that right off the bat, and I think I can speak to the both of us.
It makes sense.
It makes sense in our own head justify it.
Yeah.
My initial reaction was, oh, that's $10 more than I thought it was going to be. I thought at the most it would be $19.99, not $29.99, not $29.99 because of the added fee for having Disney Plus.
Yeah.
So that was my gut reaction right away. I was like, ugh. And then the next thought in my head was, well, I'll pay for it.
Yeah, I mean, we still want to see
especially now that we know we can essentially own it for as long as we have Disney Plus.
Yeah.
You know, and we at least have it for 2 more years, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been a while. We've had it for about a year now.
We've had it since D23 last year.
Mm-hmm. Well, it wouldn't be from D23. It'd be from when they
released.
So
November, October, September. God.
Dates, time, and
I'm trying to think when the Mandalorian came out, because that's about when it. So sorry, you guys saw the struggle. You guys saw the struggle. How can I show this? Where is it? Where is it? Okay. Thank you so much, Dudas Priest, for your super chat. Let me cover that rental fee, y'all. Not sure if you reviewed it, but did you see / review The Old Guard? Oh my god. Yes. We reviewed it. We absolutely loved it. We did 2 reviews. We did a non-spoiler and then we did a spoiler. However, after watching back the spoiler review, there is something that I don't know why we didn't talk about it. And I don't know, because it's something we hardcore avoided in talking about, and that is the relationship between Nikki and Joe. We literally did not talk about it.
I thought we did
in the spoiler. I don't think we did. Like after I have to watch the video. I don't remember, but I feel like we focused more on what we speculate the next installment, if we get one, to be, that we did not talk about Joe and Nikki, which were next to all the awesome fight sequences and the overall tone of the movie. That was my favorite tidbit.
The thing about the movie was the relationship between all of the characters.
Yes.
I mean, they did such an amazing job. It really made you just want to hang out with these guys.
Yeah.
Even if they weren't kicking ass. Was it taking ass and kicking names?
Taking ass and kicking names.
But I loved just the relationship of these guys and how much fun.
How can I show this?
I mean, it was just to watch them. So I love the movie. That's why we did a what is it called? A reaction and a non-spoiler and a spoiler review for it, because we just enjoyed the movie so much.
I don't know how to show the super sticker that Michael Park gave us, but it's super cute, and I don't know how to show it.
Huh?
Look, I can see it on YouTube. Super sticker. Look, it's a little Green Meeper guy that's hey, thumbs up. It's so cute, but I can't. On StreamYard, it doesn't. It only lets me show this. But people in the chat get to see it, and we see it. We see it. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, dude.
Michael. That's weird. That doesn't let me show it. I don't like that at all. But thank you so much. We see it.
If you guys haven't seen The Old Guard, go and check it out. It is a phenomenal movie. Lots of fun. Very interesting. And I just want to see another one. I want them so bad to make the way they structured it, the way they still kept you interested in it. And I just loved it. So yes, highly, highly, highly recommend going and see The Old Guard.
Yeah, absolutely agree. It's so much fun. Ironically, I went and changed because I was sweating. It's so hot in this room because the lights and everything's on us. But I went and changed into my Atomic Blonde shirt before, and I didn't it's funny that we're talking about this now.
She kicks so
both
much,
Charlize.
So much ass.
Yeah. All right, you guys. Well, this has been such a fun chat, and I'm kind of glad that we only picked one topic because I knew that we were gonna spend
a lot of time on it.
And our dog is throwing up, so we are gonna. You okay, buddy? Oh boy, he didn't even eat anything. He's throwing up. All right, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with us today. We will be back. I'm gonna see if we're gonna do a Friday stream or a Sunday stream, because something might be coming up again for this Saturday, but we will keep you posted via social media and via our community tab. So make sure you are liking this video and you subscribe to us, and make sure you check back so we will keep up with all of you. Thank you all so much for hanging out with us. Thank you all of you for your super chats. We so appreciate it.
Thank you so
Computer
much.
Fun. Which we already have acquired. So maybe we'll make a little show and tell video or something like that.
Yeah, I think that's a good
idea. I don't know. Is that too braggy though? I don't know. Anyways, thank you so much. And we're gonna go take care of Falcor. So we will see you guys next time. Bye. And yes, I'll be streaming Nintendo games. More to come. I will release all the info.
We just have to figure out how it works.
Yeah, we're gonna figure it out first, so it's nice and smooth. But if you follow me on Live It, I have streamed on Live It a couple of times in a little test stream on Twitch. All right, guys, we will see you soon.